today that I would use my Inkylicious stamps that I got a while ago and did the little haul video for, and I'm going to create a simple scene that looks something like this. Actually, I'm going to do two, something like these. And very, very simple to do. I'm going to use my watercolours. I've got my tray of watercolours, and I've done a little swatch to show which colours are in the palette because I'd forgotten some of them. So I thought I'd do a swatch so that it made it easier to show what is where. And so there we go, and then you can refer back to that. I might try and leave it in shot somewhere. So, put that there, and then I've got here the Inkylicious stamps, and I'm using the Santa Sleigh Small Merry Christmas. The Winter Cabin Small, both the cabin and the sentiment, Winter Wishes. And then I've got the Winter Cabin Large. So that's the plan. We'll need, or I'm going to use some masking fluid. I've got the Cosmic Shimmer one. And I've got some watercolour card, and this is a 6-ish. So it's just under 11, so 10.7 by 14.5, and that's in inches. That's 4 1/4 by 5 3/4, and I've got 2 of those. I've got a bit of card to do check any colours on. I've got my sort of crafting. It's a number 5 day round, and I've got my Jackson's Art mop. Yeah, it's from the Raven range. They're quite good, and they're inexpensive for these type of paint brushes. So yeah, so that's, oh, and I've got an adhesive rubber for the masking fluid. So here we go. Right, I'll move the stamps over there. Oh, and we'll need, or I'm going to use Versafine Clair Morning Mist, and use that to stamp the cabins, and we're going to use Versafine Clair Nocturne for the sentiments. So I'll leave that over there, and then that over there, and then I need to get the cabin stamped first so that I can cover them in masking fluid, and they can dry a bit, so we'll do that. brush in a bit of terps and deal with that later. Oops. Right, and we will leave those to dry. Okay, now I'm going to mix up some colours. So I want a purpley pinky kind of colour, so I'm going to use a little bit of the alizarin crimson. I need some water for that, would be helpful, wouldn't it? And then go to the, sorry, let's see if I can pull this down a bit. Hopefully you can get most of that. And then get some ultramarine. Let's see what that makes up. Maybe a touch of cadmium red. Yeah, that looks quite dark, but I will be watering it down. And then we want and then for the other one I'll probably use, let's have a look, use indigo maybe, which is here, with a touch of Payne's grey for the sky. And again, it looks dark, but I'll be watering it down. So then we'll need to mix up a green. So I've got lemon yellow, which is a yellowy green already. Although a bit more spring-like than I want, so I'll add, where should we go? What did I do for those? Touch of turquoise, some ultramarine. Oops. Need a little bit darker. Get more pine-like colour, and that was a bit of Prussian blue. We'll see how that goes. And then for the cabin, I've got some burnt umber, and we'll just mix that up and probably add in, when we get there, a little bit of, I'll do it now, darken it up with a little bit of the indigo and Payne's grey. There we go. Yeah. So I think that's it. So we'll put that over there. Right, hopefully that's in shot. Yeah, I'll have to leave it that way. Right, and then I need to see if the just get this clean. I might need to leave those a bit longer, so I'll pause the video and we'll come back when the masking fluid is a bit is ready, so it'll only be another couple of more minutes, I would think. Right, so I think they're ready. So I'm going to start with the small log cabin, and I'm going to wet the area using the mop brush. I'm going to wet the area, turn this around for ease, along here, along there, and then over here. Something like that. Probably can't see, there you go. So I've just wet that sort of area, and then I'm going to, where's my, so towel, I'm going to take my, hence I'm using a mop brush because it holds quite a lot of water, and I want this to come out lighter than it currently looks. So I'm going to turn it up this way again, and just drop that in there and let it do its thing. Maybe just make one area a little bit darker down here and between the trees. And then set that aside to one side to dry. And then we'll take this bit, the winter cabin large, and do a similar thing. We'll get the water and we'll come along here. This to dry now. So again, I'll pause the video while these two are drying. Oh, and the only other thing just to do is to get your tissue and just take up some of this wet from the masking fluid. Help it dry a little bit quicker. Okay, so I'll pause again and come back in a few minutes. Okay, so I think we're dry enough now, and I'm going to remove the masking fluid gently, or as gently as I can. I tend to use the rubber to get a little bit of it up, and then I just pull very gently, because you can still, if it's not quite dry enough, you can take off the top surface. Okay, and then same with this one. Just lightly rub over it and it will start pulling it away, and then you can grab. Some people like to rub it off, but and sometimes I do, but if it's going to come off like that, it's much easier. Okay, see this bit. Right. Okay, so I've moved the paints. We need those again. Start on this one. Need now, or what I'm going to use now, keep saying that, we don't need anything. I need some gouache. So I've got permanent white designer's gouache from De La Rowney. I'm just going to put a little bit on the block. On this one only, I'm going to just do some splatters. So now we can move that out the way. And I'll just stamp the sentiment, so we'll move that one over there to dry a bit more, and then I can stamp the sentiment on this one, and I think we'll go use Nocturne, Verse Fine Clair Nocturne. I'll go Merry Christmas on this one. And we'll do Winter Wishes on this one. Right. And then I've chosen some card to go as matte as a matte layer. So I'll cut those out. This sort of like a navy blue for that one. That came out of an old pack. This came out of some Stampin' Up card packs. Can't tell you the colour, I'm afraid. I've no idea on either of them. And I think that was American crafts. So I'll cut those out, make the cards up, and come back when I've done those. Okay, so I've matted and layered those on a card. I actually used a 5x7 card, which I've cut down to allow around 1/8 of an inch border. Similarly for that one. So all I'm going to do now is I decided that I would get the little matching tiny cabin stamps and just stamp the envelope using VersaFine Clair Pine Coat. And that's the last thing I'm going to do, and you know what, I might even do second generation. So now we have a couple more Christmas cards with a watercolour effect. Yeah, hope you liked them. Thanks for watching. Bye.